The kind of experience you have in marriage depends on the kind of person you marry. What will make your marriage sweet or the other side is the person you have decided to do that marriage with. And that is why it is important that the foundation of the marriage, which is relationship, is intact, based on the right principles, based on good qualities, not because you getting married to somebody because you're getting older, or because of societal pressure, or because of peer pressure, or because of anything. If you know that the right principle, the good qualities you're looking for is not there in that person, don't just go ahead. It is better to stay single and enjoy singlehood than to be married and be crying. Most times I love to face women, or let me say ladies, because most times it is women that suffer the most in marriages. It is the women that bears that bears the consequences more in marriage. And that is why, as a woman, if you love yourself, there are some signs you need to look for in a man before you decide to settle down with the person. You don't have to be in haste, because if you are in haste, if you're desperate to enter, by the time you begin to see shege pro max, you will also be desperate to come outside. What's the essence of getting married and in the next 2 3 months or 1 year you're out of the marriage? Why not stay single and know that you are single, than somebody giving you another name, divorcee, or you're divorced? You don't need all that. Look for these senses that I'm about to mention in a man. These sense, they are not common. No. They are not common, and that is why you need to be patient to look for that uncommon man with this kind of what? Of this kind of sense before you settle down with the person. Number one, look for somebody that knows God, that fears God. I kept on saying it. The person that knows God, that fears God, will not only will not only cheat on you, will not only want to cheat on you. Or what am I even, let me even try and say it very well. The person that knows God and fear God will not cheat on you. Not because he knows that cheating is bad, but also because he knows that he does not want to destroy his relationship with God. A person that knows God and fears God will treat you right, not only because he loves you, but because he knows that the commandment says that love God, love your neighbor the way you love yourself. And the commandment also says that husband, love your wife. I am not talking about a church goer. There are so many people that goes to church or that goes to mosques that beat their wives at home. There are so many people that goes to church or go to mosques that womanizes. There are so many of them. I'm not talking about church goer. I'm talking about a man. And how do you know a man that knows God and fear God? It's through the person's character. Character is very, very important before you settle down with somebody. If what you're seeing right now in the relationship, when you get married to the person, you are going to see double, because you are still outside the relationship. By the time you get inside, you now face it squarely. Character. Number two is that marry somebody that knows that is not doing you a favor to marry you. There are some men that they say, If I didn't marry you, who will marry you? Anybody, any man that is already playing with you with such statement. My sister, pick your two shoes or two sandal and run. A man should understand that the Bible makes us to understand that any man that finds a wife finds favor from the Lord. That means you are a favor that he has found from the Lord. Not that he is now doing you a favor. It is God that is doing him a favor for him finding you, not the other way around. So if he knows that God has shown him favor by finding you, he will treat you very well. He will treat you right. Number 3 is that marry somebody that knows that your opinion also counts. Don't marry a boss. Now I kept on saying it. Don't marry a boss. Don't marry somebody that will be telling you sit down, stand up, go. Marry your friend. Somebody you both can talk to each other. Somebody you both can relate like brother and sister. Don't marry a boss. And it all starts from relationship. Any man that you both you're having a conversation and he's already telling you keep quiet, don't talk. those are they are red signals. They are signals that such a man, when you get into the marriage, will be bossy, will be controlling, will be an authoritarian. Another one is that marry somebody that also knows that you a human being also gets tired. Yes, there are some men that don't know that that they will say, I came back from work and I'm very tired. He can ask you that, you are tired as how? What have you been doing that made you to be tired? Imagine that kind of statement. Men that are very insensitive to feelings, men that do not care, and it all starts from the relationship. So marry a man that knows that you can also be tired, and he is supposed to help out. Not just saying that you cannot tell me you are tired, you cannot tell me you are tired. Be careful. And another one is that marry a man that knows that your body will not remain the same when you start giving birth. Do you know an incident occurred that it happened that a man divorced the wife or sent the wife away because of this issue? He said he loves women that are very slim and tall. When the wife started giving birth, the wife became fat. He couldn't control it. He said, if you cannot come back to your shape, then I don't think I'm interested in this marriage again. After the woman got pregnant and gave birth to a child. Let's marry a man that understands that you will not remain that same stature by the time you do what? By the time he marries you, by the time responsibility starts coming in, especially when you give birth. Marry a man that knows that you and your children comes first before any other family member. I am not saying a man should not take care of his mother, his father, his siblings. No. What I'm trying to say is that, but a man should know that before he will give any other person, the wife and the children at home must eat, must be okay, before thinking of taking care of any other person. Marry a man that understands that. Marry a man that understands that malice is not good. Don't marry a man that loves to keep malice. Don't marry a man that cannot tell you sorry. There are some men like that they cannot say sorry when they offend their wife, when they offend their partner. You will still be the one to come and beg them. Don't marry men that are egoistic. All these things, you see it in a relationship. When a man offends you should be able to say I'm sorry there. And likewise you, the woman. But if you cannot say I'm sorry in a relationship, then in marriage you can't say it. So don't be with such a person, because you will keep on apologizing until you get tired. And when you get tired, malice will start in the house. And before you know, all these built up resentments and other things that can break up homes, and marry a man that believes that no third party, it is the both of you. Any issue should be settled between the both of you. If there's any issue, you both should sit down and settle it. Marry a man that understands that. Because when other people start interfering in your affairs, what happens? The family things can occur and the family will break. When this one is giving his own advice, another person advice, another person, before you know, it can affect your home. And last but not the least, marry somebody that understands that he's supposed to treat you the way he wants to be treated. You see this one that I'm saying? It happens a lot in marriages. There are some men that believe that they can do anyhow, but their wife cannot. There are some men that believe that even if they cheat, their wife should still give them peace. Their wife should still give them respect. Their wife should still be kind. Their wife should still be caring. Don't marry such people. Men like that, they are very selfish. They are very self-centered. Be careful. Open your eyes. Don't fall in love so that you will not fall out of love. Grow in love. Grow with the person's, look at the person's character. It is the person's character you live with. Check all these senses in a man. Check the man's character. Character is the bedrock. Character is what that will help you determine. It's what that will determine if you will enjoy the marriage or you will cry. It is the person's character. Same way too as a woman too. A man to check the lady's character. It is her character that will determine if you enjoy her or not. Have a great day.